Are you struggling very hard? Did you manage to meet the goal? Well, everyone's struggling too. But here's something nobody tells you: struggling harder doesn't mean you're getting closer to success. In fact, it might be pushing you further away. Let me ask you something. When you're pushing a door and it won't open, what do? Most people push harder. They lean their whole body into it. They get frustrated. They keep pushing. But sometimes, the door opens the other way. And that's exactly what's happening with your goals right now. You're not failing because you're not trying hard enough. You're struggling because you're pushing against a door that opens the other way. And the more you push, the more exhausted you become. The more exhausted you become, the more you think something's wrong with you. But nothing's wrong with you. Let me tell you what's really happening. When we set a goal, we create this picture in our mind of how we'll get there. We imagine the steps. We commit to the effort. We tell ourselves, if I just work hard enough, I'll make it. And then we work hard. Really hard. We wake up early. We sacrifice time with people we love. We skip rest. We ignore our body when it's tired. We push through pain, through doubt, through exhaustion. And when the goal still doesn't come, we think we need to struggle even more. But here's the truth that will set you free: effort without direction is just exhaustion. Think about it. If you're driving to a destination and you realize you're on the wrong road, does pressing the gas pedal harder help? No. You're just getting to the wrong place faster. The same thing happens with our goals. Maybe you're trying to build a business, but you're spending all your time perfecting the product instead of talking to customers. You're working 18-hour days, but in the wrong direction. Maybe you're trying to get healthy, but you're punishing your body with extreme workouts while ignoring the fact that you're stressed and not sleeping. You're struggling hard, but against your own biology. Maybe you're trying to build a relationship, but you're trying to be perfect instead of being genuine. You're exhausting yourself trying to be someone you think they'll love, instead of showing them who you actually are. The struggle isn't the problem. The direction is. And here's what makes this so painful: we've been taught that struggle equals dedication. That if we're not suffering, we're not serious. That the harder it is, the more worthy the goal becomes. But that's not how success works. Success isn't about suffering. It's about alignment. It's about making sure your effort is actually moving you toward what you want, not just making you tired. So let's take a breath. Right now. Seriously, take a deep breath. Because I want you to hear this: it's okay to stop struggling. It's okay to step back and look at what you're doing. It's okay to admit that maybe, just maybe, the way you're approaching this isn't working. That's not failure. That's wisdom. Some of the most successful people in history didn't succeed because they struggled the hardest. They succeeded because they struggled smart. They paid attention. They adjusted. They changed direction when they needed to. Thomas Edison didn't just try the same thing 10,000 times. He tried 10,000 different things. He restructured his approach every single time. The Wright brothers didn't just build bigger wings and flap harder. They studied birds. They tested wind patterns. They changed their entire understanding of flight. Your favorite athlete didn't get great by just training harder every day. They studied their technique. They worked with coaches. They learned when to rest and when to push. The difference between exhaustion and progress is awareness. So here's what I want you to do. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Right now, after you hear this. First, get honest with yourself. Write down what you're actually doing every day toward your goal. Not what you think you should be doing. Not what you wish you were doing. What you're actually doing. Then ask yourself, is this moving me toward my goal, or just making me busy? Because there's a massive difference between being busy and making progress. Second, look at the results you're getting. Not the results you want. The results you're actually getting right now. If you're not getting closer to your goal, your method isn't working. It doesn't matter how hard you're trying. It doesn't matter how much it feels like you're doing everything right. The results are telling you something. Listen to them. Third, give yourself permission to change direction. This is the hardest part because we think changing our approach means we wasted time. But you didn't waste anything. You learned what doesn't work. That's incredibly valuable. The only waste is continuing down a path you already know isn't taking you where you want to go. And finally, remember this: the goal isn't to struggle less. The goal is to struggle effectively. You're going to face challenges. You're going to have hard days. You're going to want to quit sometimes. That's normal. That's part of any meaningful journey. But those challenges should be moving you forward, not just wearing you down. There's a difference between the pain of growth and the pain of hitting your head against the same wall over and over. One leaves you stronger. The other just leaves you with a headache. So if you're exhausted right now, if you feel like you're giving everything and getting nowhere, if you're wondering what's wrong with you, nothing's wrong with you. You just need to check your direction. Success isn't about who suffers the most. It's about who learns the fastest. It's about who has the courage to stop, look around, and ask, is this actually working? You're not behind. You're not failing. You're just learning. And that's exactly where you need to be. Take a breath. Reassess. Adjust. And trust that the right effort in the right direction will take you further than endless struggle ever could. You've got this.